morning. Let's start the daily discussion. First topic is on carbon capture and storage. It is a topic on environment. Germany recently announced that it could allow carbon capture and offshore storage for certain industrial sectors. Offshore means inside the water body. Carbon capture and storage refers to a host of different technologies that capture the carbon emissions or carbon dioxide emissions from large point sources like refinery or power plants and trap them beneath the earth. That is called the carbon capture and storage. They will capture the carbon or carbon dioxide emitted from different sources like the oil refinery, power plants where a huge amount of carbon are emitted, and to store them beneath the earth. Notably, the carbon capture and storage is different from carbon dioxide removal, where CO2 is removed from the atmosphere, but here it is stored inside the beneath the earth. It is a three-step process involving capturing the carbon or dioxide produced by power generation or industrial activities such as steel or cement making, transporting it, and then storing it in deep underground. So first capturing, then transporting, third is storing it underground. Three different stages. First is capturing the carbon or carbon dioxide emitted, next is transporting it, third is store it beneath the earth. Okay. Okay, it is a three stage, so that is what deep underground. Then the carbon capture and storage involves three different techniques of capturing carbon, including post combustion, pre combustion, and oxy-fuel combustion. In a post combustion, carbon dioxide is removed after the fossil fuel has been burnt by using a chemical solvent. Then carbon dioxide is separated from the exhaust or the flue gases and then captured. Pre-combustion involves removing carbon dioxide before burning the fossil fuel. First, the fossil fuel is partially burnt in a gasifier to form synthetic gas. Then that carbon dioxide can be captured from their relatively pure exhaust stream. The method also generates hydrogen, which is separated and can be used as a fuel. That is called the hydrogen fuel cell technology. On oxy-fuel combustion, the fossil fuel is burnt with almost pure oxygen, which produces carbon dioxide and water vapor. The water is condensed through the cooling and the carbon dioxide is separated and captured, and then it is transported for storage. Out of the three methods, oxy-fuel combustion is the most efficient, but the oxygen burning process needs a lot of energy. After capture, the carbon dioxide is compressed into liquid state and transported to suitable storage sites, and beneath the earth in the rock strata they are stored. Okay, stored for future. Okay, with lot more safety and security, so it will not be released, thereby aggravating the situation. Because of the huge carbon created or right now, this is to be done because otherwise it would be difficult for handling these huge carbon, okay, being generated at present. This is a method by which this huge carbon can be stored. Next topic, Supreme Court ends immunity for legislator taking bribe. A seven-judge constitutional bench, the Supreme Court, said that members of the parliament and state legislatures who take bribe to vote or speak in a certain manner in the House are not immune from the prosecution. So recent example was the Mohua Moitra case, okay, Casper Query, to which the ethics committee has removed him from the membership. With this judgment, the Apex Court has overruled the 1998 judgment in the JMM bribery case, which granted immunity to such lawmakers. So in the JMM bribery case, so this immunity was granted to the lawmakers. Okay, so this was been overruled by the 7-judge bench recently. Privilege and immunity to the MP and MLA. Privileges are special rights. Immunity and exemptions enjoyed by two houses of parliament and legislature of the state and their committee and their members. The constitution has also extended these privileges to those persons who are entitled to speak and take part in the proceedings of a house or any of these committees. For example, the Attorney General of India is exempted. Article 105 to the Article 194 of the Constitution of India grant privileges and advantages to the MP and MLAs. So MP under Article 105 and MLA under Article 194 of the Constitution. These powers, privileges and immunity should be defined by law from time to time. These privileges are considered as special provisions and have an overriding effect in conflict. It must be classified here that these privileges do not extend to the president or governor, who is also an integral part of the parliament or the state legislature. Okay, this is not to the president. This is not president and the governor of the states are not under this terms and conditions. Okay, it gives MP freedom of speech, Article 115A. It provides that no MP will be liable to any proceeding before any court for anything said or any vote given by his member in parliament by a committee thereof under Article 105, 2 of the 1051 and 1025 of the Constitution. Also, no person shall be held liable for any publication of any report, paper, vote, or proceedings if the publication is made by the parliament or any authority under it. The same provisions are stated under Article 195, 94, where the MLA of a state are referred instead of the MP. So, MP is under Article 105 and MLA is covered under Article 195 and 94 of the Constitution. These privileges and immunity are granted so that MP MLA can perform their duty or can function properly without any hindrances, essential for democratic functioning of the legislature. Without these privileges, the House can neither maintain their authority, dignity and honor, nor can protect their members from any obstruction in the discharge of their parliamentary responsibilities. Difference between Article 19 and Article 105. Both Article 19(1)(a) and Article 105 of the Constitution talk about freedom of speech. Article 105 applies to the members of parliament not subject to any reasonable restrictions, but Article 19(1)(a) applies to citizens and is subject to reasonable restrictions. Here the difference is Article 19(1)(a) is applicable to all citizens, but reasonable restriction can be imposed on them. But under Article 105, this gives to the freedom of speech to the members of parliament, but without any restrictions. This means Article 105 is an absolute privilege given to the member of parliament, but this privilege can be used in the premises of the parliament and not outside the parliament. But this freedom given to the MP under Article 105, it can only be used inside the premises of the parliament, but not outside the parliament. But the citizens enjoy this outside the parliament, but there is reasonable restrictions can be imposed on the freedom of the citizen, but no restrictions can be imposed on the freedom of the parliamentarians. They can do whatever they like, they can say whatever they like, so there is no restrictions. But in the same case, for the members of parliament, there is no such restrictions. So reasonable restrictions can be imposed on the common citizen under 19, but the same is not applicable to Then next is Risha. Tripura's traditional tribal attire Risha received the geographical indication tag recently. It is a hand-woven cloth used as a female upper garment and also a headgear, a stole or a present to express respect. It is woven in colorful design and has a crucial social and religious significance. Adolescent Tripuri girls are first given a rise to wear in an event called the Risha Sormani around the age of 12 to 14. The Risha is used in religious festivals such as the Griya Puja by tribal community, a turban by men during wedding and festivals, a cucumber bond over the dhoti, and headscarf by young girls and boys, and muffler during the winters. It is presented as a mark of honor to distinguished recipients. Risha is common is almost of 19 indigenous tribal community of Tripura. Okay, then the project Seabird, the defense minister will inaugurate two big piers and 7 towers with 320 homes for Navy officers and defense civilians as part of the project Seabird at the naval base at Karwar in Karnataka. This is the India's new naval base and functional naval base at Karwar in Karnataka, because India is increasing its naval power called the Blue Water Navy, and in this, so the enhancing the power of the naval Indian Navy, because due to the issue of the dragon, China and Maldives, China and Pakistan the threat. So India is trying to develop its naval power, and this INS Karwar, the project Seabird, is one such mega project under which government want to add power to the naval base. The largest naval infrastructure project for India. It involves creation of naval base at Karwar, Karnataka on west coast of India. This is a massive project with a fast satellite facility in the country and a transport system for docking and undocking ship and submarines. Its first phase, which include the construction of a deep sea harbour, breakwater dredging, a township, a naval hospital, a dockyard uplift center, and a ship lift, was commissioned in 2005. Okay, and the development of phase 2 of the INS Kadamba commenced in 2011. This phase is further divided to 2A and 2B. It was planned to expand the facility to dock additional warships and a new Navy air station among other projects. Once completed, it will be the largest naval base in the Eastern Hemisphere. It will be able to accommodate around 32 warships, 22 submarines, and hangars for several aircraft. Coming to history, in the post-Indo-Pak War of 1971 scenario, India learned that the Indian Navy needs an additional naval base since Mumbai harbour faced congestion, which led to the security issue for its coastal fleets. It was initially sanctioned in 1985, and the foundation was laid in October 1986 by Rajiv Gandhi at the Karwar. And it becoming functional in a stage manner. So with each stage, with each passing year, government is adding more and more to this infrastructure, and facility are being added for the military and the military personnel, creating military infrastructure as well as for facility for the military personnel. The Women Business and Law Index, India rank improved to 113 out of 190 countries in the World Bank Women Business and Law Index. About the index, it is an orthodox virus. Okay, this is a wrong line being added over here. Okay, so the World Bank Index to measure how law and regulation affect women economic opportunity on a scale from 0 to 100 countries. It comprises OPEC country plus Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Brunei, Kazakhstan, Russia, Mexico, Malaysia, South Sudan, Sudan and Oman. Okay, then the Yars missile. Russia recently announced a successful test of Yars intercontinental ballistic nuclear missile. The Yars, also known as the RS-24 SS-29, is a Russian-made intercontinental ballistic missile (ICBM) with multiple independently targetable warheads, each capable of targeting different objectives. So this is a multiple targeting warhead. That means one missile can target multiple, can have multiple targets. Once one missile fired, and the arsenal inside it can target different objectives. It is a three-stage solid propellant MIRV capable multiple independent targetable re-entry vehicles. The YAR is a modified version of the Topol M missile system. The missile can be launched from a silo or mobile launcher. The advantage is that it can be launched from a mobile launcher also. It has a range of 10,500 km. Missile can be armed with up to 10 IMRV, each containing a thermonuclear warhead weighing 300 kilotons. So, what is the intercontinental ballistic missile or ICBM? An ICBM is a guided missile that is designed to deliver nuclear warheads, although it could also deliver other payloads. According to the Federation of American Scientists, ICBM have a maximum range of 5,500 km with maximum range varying from 7,000 to 16,000 km. ICBM are much faster and have a greater range than other types of ballistic missiles. Agni-V is an Indian ICBM. The only ICBM India produces the Agni-V, or the Agni-V missile is India's ICBM. Okay, and it is the only ICBM from India. Other missiles like the Akash, Prithvi, Agni 1, 2, 3, 4 short range, so they are not ICBM. Then coming to the question, bringing out the various function of money, mention its advantage over other types of assets. So money, the medium of exchange, is an economic unit that functions as a generally recognized medium of exchange for transactional purposes in an economy. Economically, each government has its own money system. So it is money is the instrument of exchange or the medium of exchange, because prior to that there was barter economy, and once money economy came into operation, it came into operation to overcome the challenges faced by the barter economy. So money economy, the economy where money is used as a medium of exchange. The very first function of money is that it is a medium of exchange. Then it is also has other functions, like it is a store of value, it is also the measurement of value. So this is the functions of money. Money as a medium of exchange, money as a measure of value, money as a store of value. Okay, these are the functions. But the most important function of money is that money is used as a medium of exchange, exchanging money for goods and services. Following are the various functions of money, medium of exchange. It means the money can act as the intermediary between buyers and the seller. A convenient unit of account, the value of almost all goods and services can be expressed in monetary units called the measure of value. Act as a store of value for individuals. Wealth can be stored in the form of money for future use. However, to perform this function well, the value of money must be sufficiently stable. A rising price level may erode the purchasing power of money. Okay, that is what the money value should be stable, so people can store it for future use. Standard default payment. This means that if money is usably today to make purchase, it must also be accepted to make purchase today that will be paid in future. Okay, that is called the future, the standard of default payment. Advantage of money over other types of asset. Liquidity. Money is considered the most liquid form of asset which can be readily exchanged for other types of assets. Other assets like gold, landed property, houses, or even bonds may not be easily convertible to other commodity and do not have universal acceptability. Acceptability. Money is acceptable to anyone at any point of time because of being a legal tender. For instance, in the barter system, there used to be issue of the double coincidence of funds. Okay, that means a person may need, may not need. So in that case, how to if he don't need the item, then how his goods or services should be exchanged for the requirement of others. That is why. Okay, so accessibility. Money is acceptable to anyone at any point of time because of being a legal tender accepted by the government. So this legal tender status of money is given by the government. For instance, in a barter system, there used to be issue of the double coincidence of funds. Durability. Unlike the perishable items, food grains, fruits, etc., in case of barter, money is relatively more durable. However, there are soil rates in the case of currency note. That means they are spoiled, but they can be exchanged. The soil notes are they are exchanged at regular interval. Portability. It means that the money can be conveniently carried from one place to another. This was not in the case of other assets in the barter system. For instance, to carry out a transactions in the barter system, one has to take a bullock cart or to carry the food grain along with him or her. Money stability is another factor. Money is relatively stable when compared with, say, cryptocurrency. For example, the volatility associated with the cryptocurrency brings additional risk for the end user. So, but money is unlike that, so it is not that unstable. So, stability is there in money. Then uniformity. In barter exchange, the asset of exchange are not uniform. Okay. However, the currency of a particular denomination, like 10, is all the same size, shape, and value for all. Okay, that means it has more stability. Fungibility, a 20 rupees note can be easily exchanged for other denomination, say 10 or 5. However, an animal or exchange in the case of a barter system, on the other hand, cannot be considered fungible. So it is not. Okay, means so one big exchange for small ones. Okay, the presence of money in the market is a determinant of the economic condition of the currency and is regulated by the concerned central bank, that is the Reserve Bank in case of India. Then coming to the questions, consider the following statement regarding the ribosomes. Ribosomes are non-membrane bond cell organelles made of RNA and proteins. They are found in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. They are complex molecular machines that make proteins from amino acids in a process called the translation. Here all the three are correct. Also, the following statement refers to the loss and damage fund. It is a global financial package to ensure that rescue and rehabilitation of countries facing the cascading effects of war. Recently, UNG adopted a resolution 70/240 to establish the loss and damage fund, to which secretariat is provided by the UNDP. Here, both are incorrect. Neither one nor two are correct. Consider the following statement about the summer assessment certificate. Summer is a benchmark Okay, so summer is a benchmark to measure the competency of defense manufacturing enterprises. So, correct. It is collaboration with the DRDO and the Quality Council of India, right? The certificate is valid for a period of 10 years. That is wrong. So one or two are correct. Only two are correct. With the reference to the Energy Charter Treaty, consider the following statement. It is an international agreement that establishes a framework for cross-border cooperation in the energy industry. Unlike in case of fossil fuel, it allows companies to use government in case of green energy over public policies affecting their investment. Here only two is correct, but one is incorrect. Exercise Dharma Guardian was between India and Japan. The YAS missile developed by Russia. It is ICE nuclear power capable, nuclear warhead capable intercontinental ballistic missile. Which country recently recognized ecocide as both national and international crime? It was recognized by Belgium. Consider the following statement with respect to the International Big Cat Alliance to save the big cats. So, consider the following statement with respect to the International Big Cat Alliance. It is an initiative launched by the India commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Project Tiger, launched in 1973. The objective of the International Big Cat Alliance is to ensure cooperation for the conservation of all 7 big cats found in the world. The initiative has secured Government of India's financial support of 150 crores for 5 years. So, here all the three are correct. Consider the following statement with respect to the jackling. So, juice jacking is a form of cyber attack where the public USB charging port is tampered with the infected to steal data or install malware on device connected to it. Right. So, flying is a technique through which a cyber criminal disguises themselves as a known source and engage with the target to access their system with a goal of stealing information. So, it is neither one nor two, each because both are correct. So, incorrect is none. So, consider the following statement about the Financial Intelligence Unit. It is an independent body reporting directly to the Economic Intelligence Council headed by the Prime Minister. It is also responsible for strengthening efforts to National Intelligence Agency in pursuing the global effort against money laundering and financing terrorism. Here only 2 is correct, but not correct is 2, but 1 is correct, but 2 is not correct. Okay, because FATF reporting is not by the Economic Intelligence Council.